clarification.
Second Amendment advocates, including the U.S. Concealed Carry Association, are strongly opposing Biden's proposed reckless firearm regulations. So joining me now to discuss the potential ramifications of these proposals and the actions his organization is taking in response is USCCA President Tim Schmidt. Thanks for being here tonight, Tim.
My pleasure, Kara. It's great to be here. You know, I have to tell you, I'm really disappointed in Joe Biden. None of these schemes he's talking about, whether it's the ghost gun limits or the red flag laws, none of that will have any impact on the violence in the United States. And I mean, let's face it, the violence has gone up. 2020 was a very violent year. It had nothing to do with guns. It had everything to do with this notion that defunding the police would be a good idea, or getting rid of implied immunity would be a good idea. That's why over 5 million brand new gun owners occurred during 2020, because they're worried about defending their family and protecting themselves. So, like I said, I'm very disappointed in Joe Biden, and it's just too bad.
Yeah, and given all these proposals, we also heard Biden today saying that no constitutional amendment, no constitutional right is absolute. Did that scare you? Did that concern you? Because I know it sends chills up my spine when he's saying just because it's your God-given right doesn't mean that it's absolute. He's basically saying the government can interpret it however they want.
Kara, that literally gave me goosebumps when you said that just right now. That's very scary. I mean, guess what? The Bill of Rights are absolute. That's the whole concept. The natural born right to self-defense is just that, natural born. It cannot be taken away from free people. And that's exactly what Joe Biden and his folks want to do. They want to make it so that we can't defend our families and defend our loved ones, because that's what this is about. This isn't about guns. This is about the natural born right to self-defense.
And when we're talking about these supposed ghost guns and we're talking about red flag laws, will any of that do anything to stop for example, the mass shootings that he pointed out, for example, Atlanta and Boulder? Will that do anything to stop these tragedies from occurring?
Absolutely nothing. They will do absolutely nothing. The red flag laws, I mean, that's a huge thing against the Fourth Amendment, right? There's absolutely no due process with these red flag laws. They will have zero impact on mass shootings, because guess what? The only people that follow all of these arcane gun control schemes are the good guys, right? The criminals don't follow these laws. They do whatever they want by definition. So no, nothing is going to improve.
And when we look at who he's appointing to lead the ATF now, are you concerned at all given his long gun control background and history?
I'll tell you what, I don't personally know David Chipman, but I do know the fact that he is an anti-freedom, anti-gun. I believe he's a registered lobbyist for gun control. I can't think of a worse person to be leading the ATF. So yeah, that guy, he scares the heck out of me too.
And when we talk about this idea of gun violence, as you were mentioning earlier, with Attorney General Merrick Garland going out there, and he was talking about the rise in gun violence or just violence in general. And, you know, you and I think we're sitting here going, well, all that rise in violence is not because of guns and it's not because of law-abiding gun owners in this country. It's because of Democrat policies, as you were saying, the ones that basically tie the hands of cops behind their back, that empower and embolden criminals. That's why our cities are burning. That's why homicides are up. That's why shootings are up. But yes, let's go again against the law-abiding American citizens. Yeah, let's keep going after them instead of the criminals. So when we talk about this idea of gun violence, what does your organization propose instead that we do, instead of everything that we're seeing right now that Biden's putting forward?
So Biden comes out with this concept of common sense gun laws. Of course, none of them have any common sense. The USCCA thinks that the only common sense gun law that's out there right now is a National Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act. That would allow law-abiding citizens who have concealed carry permits to travel from state to state and not have to worry about instantly becoming a felon by simply crossing a state line. I'll tell you what, people carry guns because they want to have safe families, and everyone wants that. That is not a political thing. And so National Concealed Carry Reciprocity is by far the only smart gun law that we need to pass.
And we're seeing the Biden administration, they're going after cops. They're opening the borders wide open, causing a crisis, and now they're going to take our guns. So they're really leaving all of us American citizens, or they're trying to at least, as just sitting ducks. But Tim, always a pleasure having you on. Thanks for joining us tonight.
My pleasure. Take care.